Well, once he was in bed after jumping the car, 2-3 weeks passed, period was missed. He was the last victim. I'm the pastor's daughter, and I believe the deacon, Mr. Washington, is the father of my child.
Okay. So, Mr. Washington, I don't know where you thought you was going today, but we're going to ask you that you please remove those glasses first and foremost.
I take them off, y'all.
Okay.
I
appreciate
I'm sorry,
that.
No, it was a little light when I came in here.
Okay. So, let me ask you, Mr. Washington. She's alleging you her child father. What is your take on that?
Yana, I'm not that child's daddy. She's barely a child herself. But we cool. We gonna figure this all out today.
Oh, yeah, we definitely gonna do that. But I'm trying to see, what kind of relationship did you guys have? I'll start with you, Mrs. Jackson.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I saw something, and in fact, after watching the video, I had to send a message to one of our sisters in the US to be sure that something like that existed and that it is not another skit. I know about paternity court. I also know about divorce court. You know, people like Judge Judy and all that. So, and also, you know that there is one in Lagos, Nigeria too. What's the name of that wise woman? I've forgotten her name now. All right. So what caught my attention actually, why I began to think somehow, was the behavior of the deacon who allegedly impregnated his pastor's daughter. And it is amazing. It is disturbing. Now, but however, if not for the statement that the young lady made, so even if it is a skit, which I'm not sure is a skit, you know, the Americans can be, in fact, was like the man got drunk. I was reading in the comment area, so it was like the man probably was drunk before he came to the court that day because he was out of his senses. But there was something that lady said that caught my attention. I will tell you that at the end. So please view and listen to this. You may not understand it until you watch to the end. Thank you so much and God bless. I'll see you at the end of the
You are welcome to the End Time Truth Television, the channel for the lovers of truth, for the truth of the end time. So if you are a lover of truth, give us a subscription and God bless you. Shalom.
I'm the pastor's daughter, and I believe the deacon, Mr. Washington, is the father of my child.
Okay. So, Mr. Washington, I don't know where you thought you was going today, but we're going to ask you that you please remove those glasses first and foremost.
I take them off, y'all.
Okay. I appreciate
I'm sorry,
that.
No, it was a little light when I came in here.
Okay. So, let me ask you, Mr. Washington. She's alleging you her child father. What is your take on that?
Yana, I'm not that child's daddy. She's barely a child herself. But we cool. We gonna figure this all out today.
Oh, yeah, we definitely gonna do that. But I'm trying to see, what kind of relationship did you guys have? I'll start with you, Mrs. Jackson.
Well, you know, Mr. Washington will creep in and out of my house a couple times, meet with him at the church during after pass. You know, we had some relations, and he knows what he's been doing, you know, and I just feel like it's time to bring it to the table, put it on the line.
Okay, and how does your father feel about that?
He's very disappointed.
Yana, let me tell you, the girl is a little freak. She run around here with them little short dresses on. Everybody watch her. I ain't never touched her, Yana. It ain't my child. I'll tell you that much. But that thing right there, she a little hot one.
She a little hot one.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. So you say it was a relationship, a small one, and he say he ain't never even.
I ain't touched that girl.
He ain't okay.
I ain't touching her.
Your Honor.
Okay.
He's not being upfront, and I'm here to prove that my child
That's her child, not mine.
is his child. You know you a lie. I can't believe that you're a church deacon.
Lord have
You're
mercy,
lying
girl,
like
you're
this.
lying. You
know what
lying,
you're
not me.
doing. You know what you were doing with me after pass.
Oh. Well, evidently you.
I don't know what she talking about.
Okay, you can play crazy all you want, but the truth
All
will
I
come
had
out
was grape
today.
juice that day.
Okay. So why does the doubt come in? Where does the doubt come in? Why are you doubting this? Why are you doubting this?
Because I ain't having sex with her, Yana. You got to have sex to have a baby.
So you had absolutely.
My pickle ain't been in that jar.
Okay. Do you know why he's doubting?
He has a wife, and he does not want his wife to know what's going on.
Now the truth may set you free. Now we get
baby,
somewhere.
Baby, don't pay attention to what you hear. She just talking. That ain't my baby. You know where my thing is at.
Okay. You in a courtroom, not talking to baby. Okay.
I'm
You talking to
my
the judge.
wife. I gotta let my wife know. She hear this girl talking. She thinks something wrong.
Okay, since you think this is your time to shine, what I want to hear, what you want to tell your wife?
Baby, you know I love you. I'm coming home to you every day and every night. I don't know what this little heifer over here talking about, but I ain't running over there for that little thing. I like them drawers you wear, not them little skimpy ones she got on.
You was just smelling mine.
Wait, okay, y'all gotta realize this is a courtroom now. I let them say it's little ones and twos, but now this a lot of little fuse over here. Wait, okay.
I told you she hot.
And evidently you liked hot at one point.
Hey,
so we not gonna go there.
No. I didn't like it. I didn't do nothing with it. I just look at it, but I ain't touch it.
All right, Miss Jackson. So, I need to understand more. I need to get more out of this. How did this relationship, or whatever it was, this entanglement, how did this start? How did this take place?
Well, Mr. Washington is one of the leaders at the church, so we rely on him during certain situations. My car broke down, so I called him. Car broke down, called him, he came and helped me, and he never went back home. He went to my house, and that's how this relationship
I ain't went to that girl house. I dropped her off and kept going.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Let me get this understood. He jumped the car, but then he jumped in your bed also.
Yep, jumped in that
I
bed.
ain't jumping
Never
nothing in that girl
Never
bed.
went.
So she said you never went home. So that's wife that you talking about. You can't even go home. Let her tell it.
I'm home every night with my wife. I don't know what she talking about. Girl, you need to stop lying.
It was the liar.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, Pinocchio.
Okay, Mr.
Lord have
Pinocchio.
mercy.
I'm with-
You lying.
All right, Mr. Washington. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to you because she said you helped her with a car. How did y'all meet in your eyes?
I helped her with a car. Little car had, you need so much help. You need a lot of help. So by the time I helped to get it home, I helped to bring a little stuff in, but I ain't stayed. I helped to get a little stuff out the car. See all them little kids and all that shit running all around the house, all little nieces and nephews. It wasn't nowhere for us to do nothing anyway.
So let me get this straight. Was it nieces and nephews running around the house?
Definitely was, but he sees them at church. He knows who they are.
Oh, so he know. Okay.
He knows the family.
All right now. Okay, so now that happened, and you basically, how long did it take for you to find out you was pregnant?
Well, once in bed after jumping the car, 2-3 weeks passed, period was missed. He was the last victim, so.
See, a victim. See how she say a victim? Do that sound like a baby daddy? That's a victim. She planned this whole thing out.
You're the father.
Yeah, I'm the pappy. Let's find out. You got some paperwork.
Okay, so when you found out and you told Mr. Washington, what was his initial reaction?
Well, he was going along with everything at first until his wife found it. Then he started denying the allegation. So that's how we're here now.
That sounds about right.
It ain't my baby.
That white
Did you see the little baby? Did you see the little baby?
That's your twin.
The little baby hair is straight. I got nappy hair.
You sitting here talking about some hair? Mr. Washington, I don't see not a string of hair on your head.
I got a little bit down here.
You ain't got nothing down there either.
Down here.
So you hollering nappy and telling me what should, I don't know what to believe. I don't know what I'm looking at.
I'm telling you, my hair nappy if I let it grow out. That's why I got to keep it cut.
So Mr. Washington, let me let you know something. You know you swear under oath, right? When you came in this courtroom, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I want you to know that everything that you swear on, you need to be telling the truth on.
I'm telling the truth, ma'am. I ain't sleep with that little girl.
You lied on your hair.
No, it's nappy.
I don't see it. So you're lying right there. And then you saying you never ever slept with this girl. I'm starting to think you got it's a lot of lying going over there on your end, man.
No.
All right, so Mr. Washington, why are you avoiding her? I need to know that. Is it because you're married? Or is it because the church? Or is it because you don't want to pay child support? I need to know the reason why are you avoiding Miss Jackson?
I'm not avoiding her, Your Honor. My car stopped working, so I don't see her that much. I've been to church, though. I still go to church every Sunday. She don't come to church, Lord. She be out there shaking them things Saturday night, so she don't make it to church Sunday morning. So I ain't avoiding her. She avoiding the church.
So is he avoiding you, Miss Jackson?
He definitely has been avoiding me. His wife found out. He still texts us here and there, tries to see how it goes, but he wants me to keep it on the low, and I'm not.
So I know you said he been texting you.
Yes.
He texts you back and forth. Mm-hmm. So let me get this straight. Do you have proof of what you're saying?
Oh yes, I have all the screenshots. He texted me a month later, telling me, "Hey baby girl, what you doing?" I want to keep on the low.
So did you
I
provide?
ain't say none of that, Yana. I ain't say none of that. She ain't even got my phone number. I don't even know how to text.
You just seem like you okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So, but you provided that you provided that information so that I'll be able to take a look. Okay, so
it ain't from my phone.
So you telling me that these text messages that they just provided for me, these are not your text messages?
That is not my text message.
So you asking, hey, what time the baby going to sleep? Can I slide after that? That's not you.
That's not me. That wasn't me.
Please don't let my wife know this, but I really got feelings for you.
That's somebody else playing on my phone. That's not me. I don't even know how to text.
So this is not even your number?
No.
All right, Mr. Washington, is there anything you worried about losing?
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure I keep my house happy. I want to stay with my wife and make sure she happy. That's the only thing I want to do. Keep this little heifer out of here. Keep that little nappy-headed baby away from me, because that's not my baby. So I need to say, everything's going to be all right on my end. I hope she find out who the daddy is for real and he take care of her. But, it ain't me.
So, Miss Jackson, is there anything you worried about losing?
I'm honestly worried about losing my friendship with this guy. He's been making this a big thing because his wife found it. And I'm worried about my kid losing a relationship with his father.
Ms. Jackson, is there any specific incident that make you feel like that he is the father?
Yes, I can easily answer that. He don't use condoms. He don't like them. He said it breaks him out.
Come on, that's a lie. That's a lie. Let me tell you, I use latex every day at work when I'm cleaning the church up, and I use my hands ain't broke out. I use them every day. So she lying, Your Honor. She lying. She can't get it through her skin. It's over.
Oh yeah.
That lets you know she lying right there. I use these every day.
So you decided to make sure you knew she was gonna say that.
I know she was gonna say that.
So you decided to bring a latex glove.
I work with these every day. I always got them in my pocket. I use them every day. It's latex, and I use them every single day. When I get off work, I might stash one in my throat, one in my pocket, because I still have it on. So I just happen to have one, and I'm glad I do.
Oh no!
Wow, Mr. Washington, I don't think I have never saw somebody pull something out, a latex glove or anything out their pocket to show me that this cannot be their child. I'm appalled right now.
Hey, but I'm not the baby daddy.
I don't know what to believe. I just cannot wait to get to the bottom of this. I can't wait to get to these results, because at this point, y'all got me going in circles. I feel like I'm in this love triangle. All right, Ms. Jackson, what do your friends and family members say about this situation, especially your father with him being a pastor of this church?
Well, before the baby, my father was very devastated. He didn't like it. But once the baby was here, he dropped all his emotions, and we had to do what was best for the baby as far as his emotions. But he still doesn't like him, even though he comes to the church still. He don't like him.
He ain't gotta like me. I don't like him either. As long as he pay me. Pastor Jackson, I want to let you know, y'all can't keep me out this church too long. You know what kind of things we do there. So you know what, that extra $500 we collected, that's not tithes, that's mine. I need to get my portion of that, please. Don't take my money. I'm not gonna take yours either.
Mr. Washington,
He ain't talking about that.
I don't know where you think you at, but you in the courtroom. You can't be talking to the pastors.
Well, I'm in the courtroom just letting it all out, then it's the place for me to let it out. We telling the truth, right? The truth shall set me free.
I hope so.
They say the truth shall set me free.
I hope so, because it's been a lot of lying on your end, Mr. Jackson. Mr. Washington.
That latex glove changed your mind, though.
So what do your wife think about this?
My wife knows that I ain't running around with no little young old heifer like that just because she got a little small skirt tail on. I ain't got nothing to do with that. She need to go on somewhere with them little boys she messing with.
What? I've been keeping it cute. You ain't gonna keep disrespecting me. This child is yours. You're not gonna keep lying to Your Honor right now. We're not doing that.
Yeah, whatever.
Disrespectful. A liar, and just telling all these lies. You know what you're holding accountable. This is your kid. You can't be doing
Girl,
this.
It could be any of them little 20 little boys that's running behind you at the baseball park the other day.
You didn't take care of your other kids, and that's not happening with this one. You're taking care of my baby, because it's yours.
It's not mine.
So how has this affected your life, Mrs. Jackson?
I need help. The baby cry a lot. I need help financially. I need the money. It's hard being a single mom.
Girl, you need to stop. You got money over there. I know. I seen your pastor. I know what he do in the church and what I do. So I know it's some extra change floating around in y'all house.
All that money goes to the church.
Ha! It ain't all come from the church.
Mr. Washington, we not asking about no church money. We talking about the money that you gonna need to provide for this child if this child is yours. You worried about the wrong things. You worried about some church money. Church money is for the church. Okay, not to provide for a child that you might have created.
Well, she could just raise it. Well, she could take the baby and raise it in the church. Take the baby, raise it in the church, use the church money.
Oh, no, that's your job.
No,
that's what you working for the church. They gonna take that check that while you working in that church and provide it and push it right on over to the house.
It's not my baby.
Okay, so is there any potential fathers other than Mr. Washington right here?
Well, it could be Mr. Washington's son. He has a son around my age.
Told you she's a heifer.
Could be his son.
So wait a minute. So you telling me it could be Mr. Washington or it could be his sons?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, yes.
Now this is just. Hey, I wore a ponytail for a reason. That blew me right on back. I'm glad I didn't get my hair done. That just flew me on right on back. So you telling me not only was you messing with him, but you was messing with the son?
Unfortunately, yes. It's his baby, though. I know.
How many others was she messing with?
Your baby. It's not your son because your son not allergic to latex like you claim you are.
So he makes sure that he's protected, is what you're saying. Mm-hmm. But the daddy is
wilding out.
What? Now this, I ain't never had no case like this one, baby. You just, like I said, you done blew my hair right on back.
It's very devastating.
Oh, it is. I'm sure your father is gonna be watching this and ready to. Ooh, I don't even know what to say. He gonna probably have you down on your knees praying for a long time after seeing this.
Yeah, she gonna be down on her knees. That's for sure.
Oh,
no.
Hey, Mr. Washington, I didn't need you to say all that.
Hey.
I said praying. She's in a church girl. Her daddy is a pastor, and I said she's gonna be praying.
Don't forget, her daddy's my homeboy.
Your homeboy, he ain't even liking you after this and what you doing, especially you over here trying to insult his daughter.
That's all right. I got enough on him. He gonna always be my friend.
So I do have these results in front of me, and they are gonna read as follow. In the case of 1-year-old Isaiah, Mr. Washington, you are the father.
Oh no, that's not right. That ain't right. That ain't my baby. Girl, that ain't my baby. You know, it say 99.1%. Then that 0.1%, that's me.
Washington.
Cause that ain't my baby. I don't believe it. I want another test. I want another test. I demand a recount. I demand a recount.
Okay, Mr. Washington, I'm sorry to tell you, it was 99.9% that
0.1 is left over. That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
You are the father. You are the father, and your son is not. I hate to say that part.
Celebrate.
So, I mean, what are you gonna do after this? Moving forward, what are you planning to do?
Well, now that we know the truth, I'm hoping he comes and support and see his son, and just move forward.
And
because
provide.
I already do. Provide, be there, take him,
Baby, look.
Take him out.
If it's mine, me and my wife gonna help you with it.
No,
we gonna help you with it together.
Not the wife.
My wife gonna help you too.
Not the wife.
Cause I'm staying home with you, baby. I don't know what this is. We gonna get it straightened out. We gonna get another test. In the meantime, baby, take me like I am. Baby. I love you, baby.
It's not
I
her
love
baby.
you. I'm coming home to you.
It's not her baby. It's your baby.
Okay, I know you confessing your love over here, but what are you prepared to do now, knowing you are the father?
Get another test.
Oh my goodness. Here we go.
I gotta get one more test.
Okay, well, you know what? With that being said, you can sit here and be in denial all you want to, but you are the father, and I hope you be a man and you step up, especially going with a pastor's daughter and in the church. You definitely have a reason that you should be better and thinking and talking better on what's going on here. You supposed to be a church-going man that got other kids and a wife. It's time for you. This girl is young. You knew what you was doing when you went over there and supposed to fix that car. You tuned her up too, and now you're going to have to pay for it. In the meantime, between time, court is adjourned.
Thank you, Jesus.
What I heard, maybe you heard her or you didn't hear her, was when she was asked how was she sure that the man was responsible for the pregnancy. Her answer showed that that man did not disvirgin her, and that man has not been the only person sleeping with her. Of course, eventually you heard that even the man's son also had been sleeping with her, but that between the time she missed her period, that the man was the last victim. I don't know if you heard that.
Well, once he came and jumped in the bed after jumping the car, 2 weeks, 3 weeks passed, period was missed. He was the last victim.
The man was the last victim. Now, though the language of the man does not show that he had been a serious Christian, that he has been seriously serving the Lord and living a life of sanctification, and unfortunately he fell into this ditch. But do you know that indeed, see, that made me remember the Proverbs that talk about a young man being wary of the way of the adulterous woman. How that when she captures the man will be like a bird that receives a dart in his liver, on his heart, and dies painfully and miserably. Proverbs chapter 5, I'll read from verse 3. The lips of a seductive woman are also sweet. Her soft words are also smooth. I'm reading from the Message Bible, verse 4. But it won't be long before she is gravel in your mouth, a pain in your gut, a wound in your heart. She's dancing down the primrose path to death. She's headed straight for hell and taking you with her. She hasn't a clue about real life, about who she is or where she's going. So my friend, listen closely. Don't treat my words casually. Verse 8. Keep your distance from such a woman. Absolutely stay out of her neighborhood. You don't want to squander your wonderful life, to waste your precious life among the hard-hearted. Verse 10. Why should you allow strangers to take advantage of you? Why be exploited by those who care nothing for you? You don't want to end your life full of regrets, nothing but sin and bones. Verse 12, saying, oh, why didn't I do what they told me? Why did I reject a disciplined life? Why didn't I listen to my mentors or take my teachers seriously? My life is ruined. I haven't one blessed thing to show for my life. Never take love for granted. Wow. How much these things reduce men to nonsense. How much the devil has used this thing to bring down mighty men of valor. How much men have lost their bearings, after being captivated at the altar of this thing. Sexual immorality is very, very deep. And I just want to pray for brothers. May the Lord preserve you in the name of Jesus Christ. May the Lord keep us away from this. Listen, it is not the only sin. And even though that it is somehow, sometimes, it's like we exaggerate it to be, the only sin that people see, and they talk, they like, how can? Sin is sin, all right? But the gravity of this thing, that word victim, can you just ponder over it time? That some persons have actually been made victim. And you know that the man was a victim, though he may also pass for the lawful captive because he was not forced to do what he did. He's an adult. But when I'm talking about him as a victim, I wouldn't know what was in the girl's mind when this thing was happening. All right. So for her to call him a victim, indeed, the man became a victim. And this victim, we can actually say the man was victimized. I really don't know how to put it, but being victimized, there are consequences. He probably would lose his family. His wife probably would divorce him. And then that may render him homeless. Because I know that in America, women and children and pets, animals, are more important. And more so when this kind of a thing happens, it is a straight up license for divorce. And who knows how long that they've been married. And this will now be the end of that marriage. And think of the prestige that the man has lost and everything that he has lost. And the girl herself, in no ways, she wasn't even bothered. She didn't have anything to protect. Well, anyways, just as it is also in men, I don't know, but it's like it is mostly more difficult for men when they are caught in sexual immorality than for women. The society seems to look at the men as the predator. And that is why I don't know if I've heard any woman tried for raping a man. Does it happen or does it not happen? Of course it happened. I had a story of a young man who went to the police station because 3 women used gun on him and forced him to sleep with them. And the male organ is not wise. It doesn't have sense. Even though that the spirit of the young man doesn't want it, but that thing is so stupid, it cannot stay. So he went to the police station and reported to the police at the counter. Police at the counter laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and said, "Oh boy, where are those girls? Please, I too want to be raped." Now, but if it was a woman that went to report that, everywhere will be on fire. Well, I pray for our sisters too. May the Lord preserve you too. Everyone that wants to live for Christ, may the Father of light and peace and righteousness preserve and keep you from falling in Jesus' name. Thank you very much, and God see you in the next video. Till then, from me to you.